Hey, guys, today we have a video of an ex-OnlyFans model who turns to Christ in joy.
Saying like he was the one planting the seeds when nobody else was, like not even my own family. So Jordan just continued to plant those seeds, and in December, that's when I decided to give my life to Christ. I was like in my living room all alone, and I was like staring at my fireplace, and like this memory will be burned into my brain forever. Like just staring at the fire, sobbing. And like sobbing was a really abnormal thing for me because I didn't feel anything. I was like heavy pot smoker at the time. So I was like numb to the bone. Yeah. So like, I don't know, like I was staring at the fire crying. I was like, God, like you need to tell me something. And my Bible was out because like the week before I was cleaning out the shelves and I found my Bible from 2009. And so I just started looking through it, and there's all these highlighted passages and like writing all over the Bible. And I was just like, God, you need to give me something because I have nothing right now. And then God just like so openly spoke to me and was like, I was all you ever needed. And that answered all of my questions. Like everything that I was like, why is my materialistic thing bringing me nothing? I feel no love. I have nobody in my life. Like, why? He was just like, so peacefully, just like I was all you ever needed. And again, like that just answered all of my questions that I had. And I felt so peaceful. And I didn't get saved right then and there. I just knew that I heard from Christ. Yeah. And so from there, like my heart really started getting softened, and I really started getting convicted. And I didn't know how to deal with all of that. But like that Sunday, I told Jordan what had happened that night. He flew into California. We went to church that Sunday together, and I got saved and I got baptized at that church. Fearless?
Yeah.
Was it Fearless Church?
Then downtown LA.
Fearless Church. So that's where I got baptized and saved. And it was an incredible experience.
Whoa.
So.
Well, I mean, first of all, like, dude, that's awesome. I mean, I think like you being able to pursue Nala in friendship and speak life over her is such a powerful thing. And then it turned into more than your initial intentions. That's super cool. But that's lit. And I think it's so cool too, because I can't even imagine, you know, that night in December that you're staring at the fireplace, how you viewed yourself. You're like, man, I was numb because I was a pot smoker, but I'm also too thinking like, how numb were you to the way you viewed yourself? Because, I mean, you said it like, yeah, I liked attention, so I was getting compliments, but those were, you know, those were not good compliments. So I can't even imagine how numb you were to viewing yourself. Loving yourself, not of a prideful way, just like seeing your own value.
Well, like I completely thought that I was never gonna get married. Like I was like, I've chosen this life, and like I know that like a good, respectful man won't want to marry me, and like everyone outside of that I don't want to marry, like other than a good, respectful man. So I'm like, I'm just not going to get married. I won't have kids. I guess I'll just be this rich old woman. You know what I'm saying? Like I was completely okay with that.
Rich old woman.
Yeah, like that's all I thought. I was like, well, you know, maybe I'll just have my fun in this life, and that's about it.
Well, because your parents didn't accept you. Well, your dad did, but he really just accepted the money.
Facts.
And then your mom's just like, yeah, I don't accept you. Yeah. So you just assume that no one else would accept you.
I did.
So December, you get saved, baptized. January of 2024 comes around. And so what does that look like now? You're saved?
So I'm saved. Jordan asked me to be his. Okay, well, first what happened was, you know, after Jordan had told me like he's not going to date somebody who's on OnlyFans, I'm like, no, I completely agree. Like you shouldn't. Like that's not right. So for me, like God had been convicting my heart, and I'm like, oh, I have to get off of OnlyFans. Like I spoke to his mom. His mom was such a prayer warrior for me in that time too, and I spoke to her about it. I was like you know, like my heart is like waving right now. Like I don't know what to do. Cause like this is my only form of income. I'm really scared. Like what do I do? You know? And she walked me through like this, like all of these like kind of options, you know. And she was just like, you know, no matter what you do, you know, like God loves you, but you can't keep this door open of sin. Like it's literally it's taking you further away from Christ.
Yeah.
And I was like, got it. Because, sin separates you from Christ. God never left us. Like, we left him. So I was like, okay. And I just continue to see this image on my head of this door of like black behind it. I was like, I gotta shut that door. What is that door? It's OnlyFans. So after I spoke to her, he was at the beach. I drove to find him on the beach, and I just outright told him I'm deleting my OnlyFans.
Whoa.
And it was like this joyous moment. Like, it was like, oh my gosh, I'm free. Like, I felt free. And I was like, no way. So I deleted my OnlyFans. And then very shortly after, like a week and a half after, we were like in a dog park, and he just asked me to be his girlfriend. Whoa. And I was like, ah.
That's so cool.
So it was just so cool to like just be gifted things like by Christ. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause at that point I loved Jordan. Like, I was like, dang, like this man has helped me through so much, has been there through all of this hard stuff. And, at that point, what happened was like my dad stopped talking to me because I told him, like, hey, I told him I was quitting OnlyFans and like I got saved, and he's like, oh well, that's great, but you should stay on OnlyFans at least another year and a half because you need to make yourself comfortable. Like, this world's expensive. And I was like,
what the heck?
Are you kidding me? Like, did you not just hear what I said?